My name is Dr. Fred Akitowa. Marital growth and bliss, is it achievable? Absolutely. Now, what do we mean by marital growth and bliss? Marital growth and bliss is a state where a couple stay together to enjoy themselves. A place where they grow together, they have happiness and they have harmony in marriage. A state where there is peace and joy at home. A place where couples stay together and they live peacefully with peace of mind. It's achievable. It is possible. By the grace of God, God has been helping us. At least it's getting to 30 years of relationship with my wife. And God has been our strength. Therefore, we've been enjoying it. And I know it is possible. Scripture says in the book of Ephesians chapter 11 verse 9, it said, enjoy your life with your wife of your youth, whom you love all the days of your life. This is what God has given to you under the sun. And in Proverbs chapter 5 verse 18 said, let your fountain be blessed and rejoice with the wife of your youth. Therefore, it is possible. Now, what is fruits? It's a state where there's an emotional disconnection between couples. A state where communication becomes superficial and limited. A place where there's a conflict and they don't resolve it. It's where both parties withdraw from one another. The wife and the husband, they go together to a shopping mall, and as the husband carry the bag, and that comes to a level whereby the man is so more interested, they go follow you. Talk less of carrying the bag, you know something is wrong. When there's a decline in love, it's a sign that fruit is coming in. Now, what could be the causes? Number one, we have an unresolved conflict, or when someone is hurt. When your partner is hurt and you don't pay attention to it, it becomes a lot of crisis. And sometimes you look at it, maybe because of one word or the other that the husband has said to the wife is now reacting to that. If you don't quickly resolve that, it becomes a lot of crisis. Then when there is no communication, so many people are not at home, they've not been communicating, they don't even know the state of the affairs of their partner. It will cause emotional crisis. Then when there is issue of betrayal, when there's infidelity, it can cause a lot of issues. Then when there's difference in goal, maybe you want to achieve this and the husband is like, it's against what you're trying to do. Again, when there's an external pressure, maybe pressure from work, pressure from family, extended family, pressure from head, it can cause a lot of risk. When you look at all these issues, ability for you to resolve fruits in time will help your home to be at peace. If you allow fruits to linger, it will cause a lot of crisis. Now, how do you resolve this? I said, number one, acknowledge that there's crisis and accept it. Don't shy away from it. Take responsibility. One of the major problems that happens to Adam was when God said, Adam, where are you? He said, Lord, I heard your voice and I hide myself. You don't run away. Acknowledge that there's crisis. Find a way to resolve it. How do you do that? Communicate openly. Talk to your partner. Sit down. Don't just be the one doing the talking. Talk and listen to your partner. It's very, very, very important. You are partners. All of you have equal chances in the home. Therefore, as a husband, listen to your wife, and as a wife, listen to your husband. There is need for you to communicate openly. Then find out what is the underlying factors. Explore the root cause of that freeze. What is causing it? Could it be the way you react to a situation? Or maybe there's something you had and it's making you to react to your partner like that. Find out the underlying factors. If the foundation is not well dealt with, you find out that it will recur again. Then again, seek for counsel. In the multitude of counsel, there is safety. When you're going through a lot of challenges and you need someone to help you, please don't hesitate to call for counselors. And again, I want to plead with you, rekindle your emotional intimacy. Sometimes when the couple grow and they have children, it could be a lot of distraction. Take yourself out. I always say that. For me, if it is one weekend, get one weekend out. Wife, go with your husband. Chill together. Explore yourself together. Go to a new location. Just get yourself close the more. Bring more intimacy to yourself. And at the same time, take some steps. Don't just sit down and complain. Take steps to resolve every issue. And as much as possible, learn to understand one another. Come to the other party. As husband, understand your feeling of your wife. And as a wife, understand the feeling of your husband. Because all of us have so many things that we are going through. Relationship is a thing that grows. If you don't want to have things, you grow. There are several challenges that's up and down. But if you can look at it, reevaluate situation, to resolve issues. When you resolve issues, you live more in peace. And it shall be well with you. Emotional intimacy. That refers to a deep emotional connection and understanding between two people in a relationship. Scripture said in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 4 from verse 9 to 10, it said, two are better than one because they have good return for their labor. If one fall down, the other one can lift them up. When it talks about intimacy, it involves mutual trust and openness. Intimacy also involves sharing thought, your feeling, and your desire. It also have an empathy and active listening. When you have intimacy with someone, you can validate the person, you accept each other's emotion. You feel seen, you feel heard, and you feel understood. And when you come to that level, that means you have been able to establish intimacy with your partner. Now, what is vulnerability? Vulnerability is you want to be open, you want to be honest about your thought, about your feeling, about your emotion, and to be sincere with you. It can make you to be susceptible to hurt. Scripture said in the book of James chapter 5 verse 16 says, let us confess our sin to one another and pray for each other so that we may be healed. Galatians chapter 6 verse 2. Let's carry each other's burden, and from there we fulfill the law. Now, you cannot carry burden that is not shared with you. Now, when you now talk about this issue of vulnerability, it involves sharing your fear, your doubts, even your weakness. Many times when we wear clothes and the sales are so beautiful, you won't know until they tell you that this woman can snore or this man can snore. Also, you're talking about emotional risk. You are just being authentic. You are being yourself. For you to come to that level, there must be trust. Many couples, they don't even know that this thing is very, very key. Why do we need all this? It helps us to build trust and build connection. It also fosters empathy and compassion. It will help us to grow together, and it will help us to navigate these life challenges as a team. Now, when you now look at it, it is very essential that we should build this intimacy together. Because when you do that, you have a strong foundation of trust and connection. You create a sense of safety and security. You won't mind to talk to your partner because you know that everything you share with your partner, you are secure. It will even help you to build empathy. It will help you to support personal growth. And above all, you will grow together. Many people today, they are afraid. They cannot share their deep thought with their partner. Many people overlook all this because of their past relationship trauma. Some people too, they have lack of communication skill. They don't know how to push the thing out. And some people are too busy that they don't even have time to pay attention to their personal life. They are distracted. Many people misconcept about love being enough. Once this person loves me, there's no need for me to open up again. And when the partner discovers the other thing outside, it can cause a lot of crisis. Now let me say this as a roundup. How do we build this emotional intimacy? Number one, you must practice active listening. Have time to talk. Talk with your partner. Engage in vulnerable sharing. Share information and communicate. Prioritize quality time together. Keep enjoying yourself. Forgive each other. Flow together. Show appreciation and show gratitude. Remember, it's an ongoing process. You keep developing yourself. Thank you and God bless you. Humility is a quality of being honest. A time when you are not pretending. You are willing to learn from one another. That is humility. Philippians chapter 2 verse 3. It said, do not out of selfish ambition or vain concepts. Rather, in humility, value other above yourself. Matthew chapter 23 verse 12. He said, whatever exalts himself will be humbled. And whosoever humble himself shall be exalted. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 34. He said, God opposes the proud, but show favor to the humble. Therefore, when you are humble, there is lifting. As a partner, when you are humble, it will help you to have active listening and active empathy to your partner. Because when you are too proud, you want to stand on your own. But once you are humble, you allow other people to also have a turn. Again, it will promote what I call mutual respect and understanding. It will help couples to admit when they are wrong. But when pride is a hidden obstacle, whoever that have pride will be so stubborn and will be so defensive. He will not want to listen to anybody. He will think he's the only one that have the right action. In fact, if care is not taken, it will not allow the couple to admit their faults. It will not allow them to apologize to one another. It will lead to what I call competitive rather than collaborative spirit. They will be competing with one another instead of collaborating. And it will encourage criticism and blame shifting. Adam has to shift blame on Eve. But assume Adam was humble at that and said, Lord, I'm sorry. Humility will allow you to say, no, Lord, have mercy. How do we know that somebody is proud? How do we know the person have an hidden pride? When somebody is insisting, said, hey, every time I'm right at all costs. If a partner is saying, I'm right at all costs, I'm right. If he's refusing to listen, and it's not considering the perspective of the partner, you know that person is proud. He's ever criticizing. He's not ready for correction. You know that person is full of pride. When some people prioritize real arguments, everything they say, they don't want to understand everybody. It's only their own that is final. Then you know that person is proud. Then when someone finds it very difficult to apologize, you know that person too is proud. But when you practice humility, what happens? It will bring empathy. It will bring understanding in marriage. It will bring intimacy. It will bring connection. It will help you to grow. You have peace of mind. You enjoy your life. How do we cultivate all this? As much as possible, please listen to your partner. Admit when you are wrong and apologize. Anybody can be wrong, but be ready to apologize. Seek feedback and be open to criticism. Be ready to grow. Don't ever assume you are right. When your partner is talking to you, listen. Because many times, especially with men, the women see more than what we don't see. When you want to go into business idea and your wife is pointing something, a finger to that particular location, please don't listen to her. It's very, very important if you want to go far. I can say that of experience. Anytime I want to do any business, if my wife is against that business, I will not do it. Because I've discovered of experience, if I dare do it, I will regret doing it later. Please, prioritize understanding instead of being right. Don't always say it is your own point. Embrace openness and vulnerability. Journey of humility is a long journey. We keep doing it. If you want God to flow with you, learn and practice humility. Because God resists the pride. God bless you. Unresolved childhood trauma. That talks about some painful experiences, some distressing experiences from childhood that have not been fully processed. It has not been resolved. It has not been integrated into someone's consciousness. Some of these experiences can be like an emotional abuse, and it has not been resolved. Some are physical abuse, some physical beating, pushing, hitting. Some, when they show their back to you now, you see different kind of sign done by their parents, and they've not been able to overcome that physical abuse. Some are sexual abuse, some have been raped. Some were raped by their father, some were raped by their uncles, some were raped by their neighbors. And that trauma is there. Maybe a situation whereby the father was not there to take care of the son or the daughter, or the father was another person ended up molesting the daughter, or someone else ended up taking care of the son. I mean, it neglect to a level whereby the parents were not even aware of how their children are doing. It could be the case of loss. Maybe someone lost the parent when they were young. That could be a major childhood trauma. Bullying is part of trauma. Then maybe someone have witnessed a violence where the father beating the mother. I mean, all those kind of a thing. And that becomes a major, major trauma. Now, when all these traumas were not resolved, it can manifest when someone gets married. It can manifest in adulthood, and it can also manifest in marriage. Let me give an example now. Someone that constantly criticized as a child, when every time he does not know, they don't see that one doing anything well, it will cause what we call low self-esteem. And if care is not taken, it can lead to so many things. Things are not going to be working, and it could lead to doubt and anxiety. And at that moment, everybody, the person wants to please everybody, will be eager to please everybody because he has seen himself that is not capable. When there's a physical abuse when he was young, it will cause a lot of issues. He will not be able to trust somebody. And he may be very scared when it comes to physical touch. And to be sincere with you, it will affect intimacy. The one that has been struggling with emotional regulation while he was young, at that moment, that person will be feeling word of love. That's why when someone has been abandoned before, a little show of love can make that person to let go of everything. And a person who witnessed violence while the person was young will lead to anxiety. It will lead to a lot of difficulties in emotional regulation, and it will affect what I call emotional reality. It will allow them to be defensive. Come to a level, intimacy issue will come up there. There will be trust problem. Then they will not be able to control themselves. Sometimes they have power struggle. If care is not taken, it causes a lot of emotional disconnection. Many couples are not aware of this. Many couples don't realize the impact. Why? Some are full of shame and guilt. They cannot talk. They can't open up. Some are fear of vulnerability. That if I open up, maybe somebody will use this one to fight me, or my partner will use this one to deal with me. I had a case where someone was raped while she was young, and she refused to talk to the partner because of what? If you tell your partner, hey, I've been raped, she does not know how the man is going to react to it. And you know, at this level, when there is no trust, it becomes a major issue. Now, what do we do? How do you know you have childhood trauma? When you see a pattern that get triggered often, watch out, find out what is causing. When you cannot communicate openly, when you are timid, when you are in the public place, find out what is happening. And what do? Please seek for counsel. Let somebody talk to you. Then come to a level whereby you should be able to encourage yourself and also strengthen yourself. Talk to God. He said, carry all your burden unto him because he cares for you. Summarily, how do you now seek for healing? What do you do? You know, in the book of Psalm 34 verse 18, he said, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saved those who are crushed in the spirit. Psalm 52 verse 22 says, cast your burden on the Lord. For what? He will sustain you. He will not permit you to be moved. And he said, hey, call upon me, I will answer you, and I will show you greater the message than you know. Take it to God in prayer. Take time to pray, seek for counsel, educate yourself about trauma, go study about it, practice self-care, develop your healthy communication, find a way of trust and intimacy, build trust, work through forgiveness, forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. Then cultivate this emotional intelligence. Take it easy, be patient, understand, support yourself. Know that look, it may take time, but when you continue with it, you can be rest assured that you will overcome. God bless you. Thank God I'm an IT person and technology is my core. Now, when we talk about Daniel chapter 12 verse 4, it said in the last day, knowledge shall increase. Technology is part of the knowledge. Therefore, technology and social media, they play a major role. In fact, they help a lot in relationship. They have both the positive and the negative effect on relationship. Now, the positive aspect of it, number one, connection. When you travel, technology can help you to facilitate connection between couples. You're outside the country, while your partner is here, you can communicate. You do a video call, you do a voicemail, you can exchange information, you can even see what is happening real life using technology. Therefore, that's kudos to technology. That. Then you also share your experiences. Like what we're doing now, we share some experiences. People can learn online, and people can learn from other people's mistakes. You know, the best thing to learn is to learn from other people's mistakes and not from your own mistake. And again, when you look at it, it also helps us to support network. Social media is very key. Social media is a way for us to connect one another. It provides what I call the emotional support. Some people, when they log on online, they get some support that help them, which is the positive aspect of this social media and technology. Now, but negative aspect is so much. It can lead to distraction. They spend time to watch on. In fact, some people now, their neck is bent because they're busy chatting on phone. Some are busy watching even news. Some are watching movie. I've had a situation whereby some people were busy watching what? They never knew when they left their food on fire and the whole house was almost on fire because they were busy, they were engrossed, and they were more or less addicted to their movie. Then it could be comparison. Today you see your friend posting some fake news online. Some people will go and post somebody's house, say, see my new house, see my new car, which is not true, no real. And many people will be using that one as a way for them and as a way of a yardstick. Some people will go home to go and talk to their husband or talk to their partner. See what my friend is doing. No! It brings unnecessary comparison, which does not make sense. Then at the same time, it decreases communication. Today, many people chat. They don't even talk at home again. If I had a case where there was an issue between a couple, they were now talking to themselves using chat. Unfortunately, when the husband was to go out in the morning, he was to go out for an appointment by 8 o'clock. And he said, the wife, instead of him to tell the wife, say, wake me up by 8 o'clock. That one now sent chat. He said 8 o'clock, wake up. But that one was sleeping. It did not look at a major, it will cause a lot of crisis. Technology can also cause trust problem. Today, some people are so open, they chat with strange people online. They build some profiles that are not correct, and sometimes they compromise their status online. And when the partner gets into that, it becomes more problematic. It will cause a lot of crisis. And if you're not careful, it will bring unrealistic expectations. You want to live a life that is not your life. And at the end of the day, you put more pressure on yourself. If you're not careful, many people today are under stress because of what they see online. And most of the things that they see online, most of them are not true. There was a particular case that I saw. A young guy that carried a toilet bowl and put a toilet bowl like an aeroplane window. And everybody was killing themselves because of that. They never knew it was a toilet bowl. And they would say, hey, let's eat here. This one is good. No, it's not going anywhere. It's in the room, in the toilet bowl. You don't kill yourself because of what you see online. Be careful. Now, all this, how do we manage it? Number one, set boundary. Set a screen-free zone. When you get to bedroom and two of you are together with your partner, shut down the TV except you are watching it together. Today you see the husband and wife and the children will be in the same house, The husband will be in US, the wife will be in UK, the children will be in Kenya, the other one they'll be playing football. You want to look at it, things are just disorganized. Then prioritize quality time together. It's key. When you are talking together, don't carry any of your tools. Drop everything. Drop your phone, shut down television so that you can have heart-to-heart communication. Please use technology just to facilitate experiences and connection. Don't use that one as the whole detail of your life. Then set a time, a boundary when you have time together. When you are creating all this thing that yes, technology will help you, it can also destroy. It all depends on how you use it. God bless you. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness is the act of letting go of resentment. You let go anger towards someone who has wronged you. Matthew chapter 6 verse 12, he said, forgive us our debt as we also forgive our debtor. Colossians 3:13 said, bear ye each other and forgive one another. If anyone has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. Therefore, forgiveness is of the Lord. I know, remember, forgiveness is not the same thing as forgetting what has happened. You forgive, but you learn from the error. Forgiveness does not mean you should condone or you should excuse the wrong. Forgiveness does not mean you should ignore the hurt. Forgiveness does not automatically restore trust. How do you practice forgiveness in marriage? Let me come to that level. Number one, you must acknowledge the hurt and the pain. Acknowledge it. But let go of resentment and anger and ask God to heal you. Communicate, talk about it. Why did you fall into that? And how can you resolve that again? When you forgive, it will help you to build trust and intimacy. Then it will help you to do self-reflection and help you to grow. If there will be need for you to seek for help from outside, please do. It is by grace. It is all by grace. Whatever we can be today will be by grace. It's the grace that can sustain us. If you allow bitterness and grudges to dwell in your heart, it can kill. In fact, grudges and unforgiveness rotting the bone. It causes a lot of crisis. So many people today are dying of cancers. So many people today now have crisis. So many people are having problems with their health challenges because of lack of forgiveness. Learn to forgive. Address the issue properly. Address it promptly. If there's any issue, don't let it linger. Then practice empathy and understand one another. Focus on the present, not the past. Cultivate gratitude and appreciation. Appreciate God for giving you grace that you are alive. Celebrate every milestone and prioritize love, respect, and commitment. Remember, accept the law. I keep saying this one. When you are going through unforgiveness, go back to the law. Pour your mind to God. Let God see what you are going through. For forgiveness is a journey. It may take time, but be patient, be consistent, be supportive. Work together to build a stronger and loving relationship. Trust God for healing, and you can be rest assured you will smile in Jesus' name. That refers to a level where we have an open and honest sharing of financial information between partners in relationship. Philippians chapter 2 verse 2 said, complete my joy by being on the same mind, having the same love, be in full accord, one mind, having one mind. When you flow together, when you have financial transparency, what does that mean? It means you are free. You discuss your financial, information with your partner. Now listen, financial transparency is not about controlling or dictating each other's spending. No. That does not mean you are the one that will be dictating for your partner what is going to spend. That does not mean you have to judge or criticize your partner. It does not mean you are going to be hiding some information. No. You won't hide. Because some people say, you only show what you want to see. No. As much as possible, please, it is not the time to use financial secrets as a leverage or as a power to punish others. No. When we talk about financial transparency, simply means we are open. Why is it important? It will help us to build trust. You can trust yourself. You know that, hey, I know how much is coming in per month. The wife is aware, the husband is aware, then it will foster transparency, then it will prevent secrets. You see, when you hide information from your partner, it will come to a level whereby it can lead to betrayal. It can lead to deception because you don't know. What you don't know, you assume. It will lead to unnecessary assumption, which is not necessary. But when you open and there is nothing to hide, there will be no secret. Then it will also help us to promote teamwork. There's one popular thing they told me about some years ago. One of my uncle told me, he said, his is her is hers. What does that mean? What the man has belongs to the woman, and what the woman has belongs to her. Because we as a man, we are supposed to be the head. Yes, head, but that does not mean we are going to use our money to disrupt or to cause unnecessary stress for our partner. No, it also reduce stress when when your partner know how much you are earning. He or she will know what to determine from you or what to request from you. If the wife knows the salary of the husband, she will know how to cut her clothes according to her clothes. She will not demand for a necessary thing that is not existing because she's aware of what is happening. Then there will be no stress. So many men today are dying untimely death because they cannot meet the demand of their wife. Let's open up. There's no need for us to hide anything from our partner. Then when you come into a level of this transparency, it will bring accountability. It will help us to hold ourselves accountable. The partner will hold themselves accountable. They know this is how much is coming in. They can plan together. They can budget together. They can even build project together because they know what is coming in. Now, there are some cases whereby I had a case whereby it was the husband that was bringing in the money. The woman was handling the money and he was sharing part of the money. She said, if I open up, the man will take everything from me. No, we must come together. How much are you handling as a husband? How much are you handling as a wife? How do we manage together? How do we plan together? How do we budget together? It will help you for you to manage your resources. If you don't bring transparency, it will cause a lot of mistrust. It will cause a lot of suspicions. There will be so many, if you're not careful, stress and anxiety will be there. Now, what do we now do? How do we resolve all these issues? Please have a regular financial discussion. Take your time to discuss with your partner. Discuss what is your plan. Share your goals and your values. Some couple have an joint account. Some also have an account that is separate for them to use for their personal use. All those come together. Then avoid judgment and criticism. Don't criticize anybody. Please set boundary and expectation. Then bring empathy and understanding. We keep learning. We keep moving. It will take effort and commitment for us to get to the level of transparency. Thank you.